Hello, good evening, and welcome to Candy's Crafts Corner. How are you doing? Are you ready for Thanksgiving coming up? I was thinking of doing a Thanksgiving theme, but I don't know if it's maybe a little too late if you're not ready, but I'm trying to put the light so it looks better, but anyway, you guys tell me if it's too dark. Good evening, and let me just check that everything is okay, because I don't see it live, but it always starts the same way, right? What I say, like, I don't see myself, but then I find myself, and here we go. I found myself, and voila, I figured out how to do a horizontal broadcast. Yay. Anyway, so I'm gonna show you today a couple, and just a couple, because I've had quite a week and I haven't had time to play with it. I just got the November paper pumpkin from the North Pole that is all for tag making. So let's take this out and I'll show you the tags first. And here are the tags. I don't know if anybody's on, actually. I don't see the comments. Now I can see the comments. Yay. Anyway, so these are the tags that you can make from the North Pole, this month's paper pumpkin. It coordinates with the previous paper pumpkin, Ho Ho Ho, that was for card making. I don't know if you remember, it was this one. And I did some alternatives for that. So with all these materials coordinate, the colors coordinate with this set of the new one for the tags. But anyway, I like tags very much, but I can always use another bunch of Christmas cards. So I thought we should make some more Christmas cards using these materials. Okay, I'm not gonna make these tags. You have the instructions for that in the box, so you have that. They're very pretty, but we'll put them apart for now. And I don't know where, because my house is very tight on space. Okay, I found a corner. All right, so let me show you a couple of alternatives that I've created with these. And they're two totally different styles. One is more, cartoony, whimsical if you want. And the other one is more, more sophisticated, I guess. So this beautiful glittery snowflake, comes already pre-cut in the set. In the kit, it was to make this card, but I converted into this more elegant Christmas card. And then I did more cartoony, childish, using the stamp of Santa from the previous paper pumpkin. You can use whatever you want. I don't like, as I always say, that I don't like to, you guys can copy this exactly as it is, but my intention is mostly to inspire and give you kind of like a card recipe, that if you use this and this with your own paper and your own colors or your own stamps, whatever you have available, you can create a similar card to that. All right, so let's start with this one. All right, for this one, the color of the set, one of the color coordinating colors that it always, and I didn't show them to you, sorry. Here they are, but I show you the cards anyway. So the coordinating colors for this set were basic black, cherry cobbler, crumb cake, mint macaroon, which is this one, shaded spruce, and sweet sorbet, which is like the new red that I'm gonna be using in the other card. Okay. And I thought that mint macaroon, it kind of, because of the glitter, it goes very well with this soft succulent that I had here in this paper. And this comes from Lights Aglow. Gorgeous, gorgeous paper. And it has a little bit of gold embossing, you see. And you have it in several colors. You could have done it in another color, but I wanted to use this snowflake for that. And let's get started. So I used a base of soft succulent, as I said, because I think it's like, yeah, it's not the same green, but once you put it with the design of this one. It kind of works well. I like it, at least. I hope you do too. And I'm gonna need this one, and then for the base mat around it, I cut it just so there's only 1/8 of an inch around. So this is how I work it, is more than say exactly, and I mean it works for me to think that way. If this is 5.5 by 4.25, it's like 2/8 of an inch less, because it's 1 inch on each side. So it's like I go to the 5.5 and I go 2 less rather than count up. I don't know, it works well for me, but you can count however you want, but you get the idea. And then this is then 4 by 5.25. Okay, so let's cut these to 4 and 5.25. I was creating last minute and thinking if I could come up with a third design. So my workstation is a mess, but I hope to find everything I need. Hi, Emma. How are you doing? Thank you for joining. Emma, I was so jealous to see your picture that you went to the Elton John concert. I've been trying to get tickets for that for like 2 years. Anyway, I hope it was a great fun. And I said 5.25, right? Yes, 5.25. See, I get distracted talking, and for a second I lost my train of thought. So we're gonna glue all this together and get it out of the way with liquid glue. Or trusty Tombow. Oh yeah, I bet, Emma. Yes, me, my sister, and my niece, we've been trying to get tickets. It's like, I'll go anywhere in the world. My niece lives in London and my sister lives in Barcelona, so we're trying. It's like, where is he playing next? Anyway, I'm glad you could enjoy it. And now that we're completing the base, pretty easy, as you'll see. I like this 1/8 of an inch more than 1/4. I don't know, I like how it looks, just like a tiny bit of mat around it. I think it works well. So this is one of the labels that come in the tag making, is for this label, the back of this label, but we're gonna use it to put our sentiment here. And before I attach it, well, first off, we have to cut the hole, so let's do that. This is so great to have so much space, because now that I figured out how to broadcast horizontally, I know I should have Googled it first, sooner, I mean. Hi, Joanne. Welcome. Thank you for joining. 10 years ago, Emma, like last time he did a concert in LA at Dodger Stadium. 10 years ago. Oh, you were 10 years. Oh, I understand. Oh my God, yes. He's not an easy man to see. Anyway, so let's put the message first, in case I mess it up, and I can always turn it around, because that's always a good thing. And I think I want to put a season's greetings for this one, just because I need more season's greetings, and not everybody likes the Christmas stuff. So let's find a block, empty block, and I'm gonna get soft succulent, even though mine is getting a little dry, but we'll see. I am really, oh, I see, Emma. Yeah, no, I understood that after I read it again. You were 10 years old. Yeah, I believe it. And then I'm gonna try to center it. I'm so enjoying this wider space of camera space, so I don't have to be always checking to see if I'm on camera or not. It's a little crooked, but we're gonna live with it. And then for this card, I use one of the wonderful snowflake. What is this? What is it's called? It's called Snowflake Wishes. But then I remember, oh, we had the little snowflake in the previous paper pumpkin, so why not using that? So that's what I'm gonna do, because I'm sure that if you subscribe to Paper Pumpkin, you got the previous one as well. So I'm just gonna put several snowflakes. I shouldn't be using my mat, because see what happened here. But that's okay. I can put an embellishment in that. Nobody will know. And I'm going crazy with the snowflakes. It's a real flurry here. Maybe now I'll put embellishments in there. All right, so after this, we are ready to attach this to this. Oh no, I forgot something. When I was cutting this paper, I get this strip left from cutting my paper, the width of the paper. So with this strip, voila, turn it around, and I'm gonna put this underneath as an accent, right? But I want to measure it first, because I want it to go to the right here to the top layer, align with the top layer, right? So, well, anyway, I can actually cut it. I don't even need a cut. I'm gonna do it like this because it has lines, and I can follow the lines here, and that's it. Let's do it fast. And I should be using my glue mat as well, but my silicone mat for gluing stuff. So this I'm aligning to the left, and this bottom side I'm aligning to the right. Okay, so let's do that. Maybe a little bit farther down, yeah, because we want room for the snowflake, the protagonist of the car. There we go. Here he is. So I'm just calculating where I want my snowflake, and where I want to put my stuff. So yeah, I think I want to put it around there, right? And this around here. All right. So now we glue. Okay. Little bit of glue. And you can use whatever glue you like, especially for these. You don't have to wiggle that much this part. Looks straight to me. All right, and now we glue this other part. The trick is not to put the glue too close to the edge, so when you press down and the glue distributes a little bit, it bleeds out of your paper, but sometimes it happens and you live with it. All right, and then we'll say that this will go a little bit upper, like so. And I think I put it all too up, you see, but anyway, it's fine. We still have room for the snowflake. Can wiggle it down a little bit when it's still. All right, that's good enough, I think. And now we put our little snowflake, and for this we're using mini glue, mini dimensionals that come in the set. But I find that because these are very narrow, either you put it very center, but some of them, I don't know, they seem some narrower than another. I think I'm doing it fine now, but yesterday I cut this in half because I don't like it when they peak. You see how it peaks a little bit? So I cut them in half and then I put half on half. So let's try to do that. There we go. Also, you save on dimensionals because we use enough, right? I use them for everything, you know. I like the three-dimensionality that they offer. I don't need them in all of them. I don't know how I put them, but it's okay. We will get adhere. That's the important part. And you're gonna use my little pick to take the backings off. Yeah, the snowflake is pre-cut, Emma. Thankfully. It comes like, let me show you. Oh, well, I cannot really show you, but because I already took them all out. But it comes like this, so they pop up very, very easily. I'm gonna use these to cut more stuff with my other, like, smaller snowflakes or some other Christmas shapes, because this is nice paper, right? I love anything glittery. Okay, I think I took off. No, I'm missing one backing that I have to take off. And yeah, they're all here, and put it like that. Yeah. And of course we need a couple of extra embellishments, and for this I used, you can use whatever you want that combines with the paper, but I had these holiday rhinestone basic jewels because I thought that this color is pretty much like the soft succulent. So I'm putting a small one there, or whatever you want. As I said, these are just ideas, so I'm gonna put this one here to distract from that boo-boo that I make. And then I'm gonna put another one, maybe there. I put 5 in total. One in the strip here, and a bigger one in the center of my snowflake. And voila, that's the car. By the way, I think I forgot to put, no, I didn't. I put paper to be able to write better, because sometimes the color cardstock doesn't let you see things so well. So let's do that. Get my mat again. I need to line my mat again because it's getting a little messy. But that's what it's for. My soft succulent, and then I'm just put one here and 3 down here, and I'll do the same on my envelope, and that's it. Thanks, Emma. Yeah, I use all my little scraps, especially if it's nice glitter paper or some specialty paper, like the snowflakes that we have on the catalog, the big white snowflakes. That paper, once you take the snowflakes out, you can still cut around that some shapes, or just to put like a glittery strip or something. And those are not very glittery, they're more iridescent. I'm talking about these ones, the wonderful snowflakes, and the paper is kind of iridescent. I only have one left, but like this paper I use for other stuff as well. Got more snowflakes. Anyway, so this is the card number 1, and we're gonna quickly do number 2 because I don't want to go too long, because I know it's Sunday night and it's, you know. people want to just relax and unwind and get ready for the week. But it's a short week for most people, I think. Okay, where did I put all the materials for that? Okay, here we go. So for this one, I used the Santa, as I said, from the previous paper pumpkin. And this base is the Sweet Sorbet, which is this red. And it's like, oh, I was thinking it's kind of bright for Christmas, but it kind of works. And it's the one that comes as one of the colors of the set. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to take this out of the way, so I have less things floating around here. This is regular. I did this in a 1/4 inch smaller. So the base 5.5 by 4.25. This is 4 by 5.25. And then I have, oh, there's, of course, this, I will do that later. This is gonna be for a message. And then this is 3 3/4 by 5. And what I did with this is that I thought like, oh, the candy cane is kind of fun. So kind of like design your own designer series paper. So I got the Sweet Sorbet, and just went crazy. Put the canes in different shapes. Why is this not stamping correctly? Maybe I'll do this one like this. Oh, I know what happened. See, I got some ink there, but easily I can take this off with a Q-tip if I can find one. I usually keep them here and I cannot reach them right now. Because if I use the finger, I know, my finger, I know to wipe it, I know I'm gonna put my finger on someplace else. There we go, see? And this is because I'm using a block that's too big for this stamp. It's always better to use what's the correct size. Makes it easy. Alright, I'll put this here. All right, so that's about it. Let's close this to not to have any accidents. And then it's just like kind of like using one of the tags that come here. This is the tag that originally came in the set, described, but I changed it and I put Santa, because who doesn't like Santa? Plus it says Holly Jolly here, so you need to have Santa. Anyway, so how this goes, and I'm gonna use for this, if I can find it someplace. Oh, there we go. I'm gonna use Stampin' Seal Plus, because I don't need to wiggle that much for this. Just put it like that, coordinate with the hole, and that's it. So that's our label. And now what I use for like a little bit of an accent is that I put this band here, and I did some flag tails here. Darts are they called? I don't know if they're called darts technically. So how you do it, I think you've seen me doing other times. You cut in the middle and then from the side to the center, and from the side to the others, from the other side to the center again, and voila, we have the little tag thingy. We're gonna attach this with just a little bit of Stampin' Seal, center it. It's easy to center and be straight with this because it has the lines of the text, so you have to follow the lines. And then we need, I'm missing one, the circle. But I have another one because you have plenty of materials in the box this time. We always get extras, but this time was like, oh my god, so many tags and things. So this was just attached to this, but I'm gonna put Santa first. So you tell me. I have this Santa that I did, but it has a little yellowy thing because it picked up the ink that I was using. So I'm thinking I'm gonna use the regular Santa rather than the one that I used with the puff paint that I showed you last time, I think. But I can put the puff paint later. So I'm gonna use the regular Santa for this one, just because. And we're gonna attach him with more dimensionals. This time I'm gonna use the big ones. I mean, in the set it comes only, this kit comes only with mini dimensionals, but I'm sure you all have the regular ones too laying around. There. We're gonna put him right here in the middle. For this I'm gonna just use this. So put it a little bit. Yeah, I did everything a little bit farther up, no, but it doesn't really matter. I'm comparing to the other one. All right, so let's take the mat from this. Actually, I'm gonna need the mat again because we're gonna stamp something. Oh no, I don't need the mat because I'm gonna actually stamp something in this little label that I don't have either. I don't know, I didn't prepare things very well. I apologize. But I'll find another one because we had extras as well for these. They just come in different colors, and in this was the mint macaroon evening evergreen. That is the evening evergreen. No, shade spruce. Sorry, shade spruce. That is this one that I'm using. And I wanted to use more shade spruce, but I ran out. So I'm gonna use the sweet sorbet one because it goes with the rest of the card. And in this, I'm gonna stamp in shaded spruce just for variety's sake, since this little tail, I don't want it all red. And I got a happy holidays. Because it was a small message, sentiment that would fit in the here we go, happy holidays. The other one, for the original card that I showed, I had Santa Claus is coming to town, and that stamp comes from the Ho 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 paper pumpkin, the last month's paper pumpkin, which is kind of nice too. Anyway, and this gets attached with a glue dot. To the tag like this, and now we're gonna put like a little bow. Do I have a green bow? I don't think I do. I don't have a shaded spruce ribbon. This is not available right now, so I'm just gonna make a bow with this one. Is the sheer ribbon in real red. Very handy for the holidays. It's a very nice. It's real red. It's not the sweet sorbet, but I think it works anyway because Santa's hat is also a little darker, so It's cherry color actually, but it doesn't really matter. It's red. It reads holidays, at least to me. Alright, so sometimes I do that to know exactly how much ribbon I'll need, because I don't like to waste ribbon. And it's not the easier ways to make a bow, but it's fine. It worked. And we're gonna put this here and adhere with another glue dot, I think. I did a glue dot. Yeah. And voila, and now, okay, the glue dot got attached to my base. All right, and now we're gonna put it in our, well, we're gonna actually, please, first attach this, or little candy cane. I was trying the ho ho ho, as you can see. I didn't like it, but that's what the paper has, 2 sides. So it doesn't work in one side, you can use the other side. Nobody is gonna be the wiser. And why waste paper? There we go. All right, and now with a couple of dimensionals, we're gonna put our Santa in it. I said a couple, but I'm gonna use 4. When I was little, I thought a couple meant a few. And I was always surprised when my mom would send me to the market, and it's like, get me a couple of bananas. And every time I asked for a couple of bananas, the guy gave me 2, and then a couple of oranges, and he gave me 2. And I'm like, why is he not selling me more? That's so weird. Then I found out. A little anecdote for you today. All right, so this is a car. It's cute, right? I like it. I was not so happy at the beginning, but it's like, no, I do like it. It's kind of gross on me. I don't know. And we're gonna do the interior. In this one, I did Merry Christmas and put the candy cane, but in this one, we already say Happy Holidays. So I figured that we could say something else and put the candy cane in the corner, or not say anything and put the candy cane in the corner. And where's my, let's get the Sweet Sorbet again. For the candy cane, I knew this would happen. Let's see if I can. Well, you know what I can do? I have my Sweet Sorbet. Dark Sweet Sorbet. That's or blends. The alcohol base. And then I'm just gonna touch it a little bit. That's it. Just because. I mean, I know nobody can see. Well, no, people will not notice. But it looks better to me that way. And do I want to say, let's celebrate or something? Or we leave it as, it already says Happy Holidays. So I think I'm going to leave it at that. Just put a little bit of, you have to remember always that when you're using the blends, they're alcohol based and they will go through the cardstock. So you have to be careful where you're putting it. So, you know, because if you do it in an envelope, for instance, it's going to show on the other side. If you're doing an envelope, on the outside of the envelope, you have to remember to put some lining first so it doesn't go to the other side of the envelope. All right, so here are our 2 cards for the night, my 2 alternatives with November's Paper Pumpkin. I hope you like them. and I hope it, you know, gives you some ideas on what else to do with all these many materials. Okay, so thank you so much. Thank you, Joanne. I'm glad you like the cards. Thank you so much for joining, and we'll be back next week. It's gonna be after Thanksgiving, so I hope you have a great Thanksgiving, everybody, and keep stamping. Bye.